Oh my. What do you think of that? These Thursday nights at 7 o'clock at the West Elmira, they are really becoming quite fun. And today, I'm wondering if anyone has seen one of these. I mean, this honker is like, I think it's heavier than my weights at home. Has anyone ran into one of these yet this year? Because we've all seen zucchini that is way too large, like this. So today, before I even saw this big, enormous zucchini, I was doing zucchini. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's fate. The whole reason I wanted to do zucchini today is because it's out now and it's out in abundance. There's just hordes of it. And we know this every single year, but yet every single year, everybody is trying to get rid of zucchini. So, I personally like to try to use zucchini as much and as often as I can when it's in season and even freeze it. However, it is not really, doesn't work super well for a lot of things. It doesn't seem to freeze really well if you shred it for zucchini bread or cookies or muffins. So you just have to come up with whatever works for you. And what works for me, with a few other things, is my favorite. Pizza. Yep, I'm bringing it back. Pizza again, my favorite. I am going to grab my apron, my trusty trick, and real quickly, I'm going to pull my hair up, do my lip roll, and I am going to make zucchini pizza. Now, it's not really what you would think of as pizza, but it's the same ingredients. So I'm hoping maybe somebody out there can come up with a real cool, fancy, unique, maybe book, library related name for this. And we can coin it. That sounds like an idea to me. Sounds like a good one. I'm going to step back. However, what we're going to do today with our zucchini pizza or bow or casserole, whatever you would like that works for you. And I am doing pizza, which I love zucchini on the grill, but it's tricky. So I'm just going to go through exactly what I went through today. I had the bright idea yesterday when I went to a local vegetable stand and I saw a bunch of zucchini. I thought, you know what, it's not that exciting. You know, does anyone really even care what I do with my zucchini? But then I thought, you know what? That's what this is all about. We share, you guys can share back, and we work on this together and we have a good time. So, a little sanitizing I have, and I have done this countertop, trusty paper towels, and let's go. All right. And to get started, we need Miss Michelle's help because Miss Ahnece left her knife by the sink. So while she's grabbing that for me, I'm going to show you what I do first. I take a zucchini, like about this size, and I slice it diagonally. And what I thought at first, here she comes. We'll let her sneak over here. I'll be right back. Thank you. All right, so I thought, at first I thought, you know, like if you did it like for a dinner, like everybody could have one zucchini done this way. And then I thought, you know what? No, that's not what I'm doing. Because it's too hard. This is too hard to work with because I want to grill mine, and I'm just going to let you know what I do, and then you can see how it's better as an appetizer. So I took it at an angle. Of course, I got these locally. The place I get them, they clean them incredibly. I don't know if they power wash them or what they do. I still wash this at home. Honestly, I really just ran water over it and wiped it off. It was so clean. So I'm going to move this stuff aside. I have some olives and some ground beef and fresh basil at an angle. And then at first I thought I would do half like this and have enough for like an entree. You know, you could have, and then you have to cut it down the middle. And I thought that could be a really nice entree like that. Either stuffed or with your pizza. Excellent presentation. However, after, I always, before I do something on the grill, like such as a zucchini, I put it in the microwave in a glass bowl with a bouillon cube, a chicken bouillon cube, just one little one. I make sure it's broken up, and I put saran wrap over it and put it in for about 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And then it comes out tender, and you can always check with your knife, or I have a little poker I use. And you don't want to overdo it. We're doing it in the microwave to kind of steam it and then get the flavor in it and then let it cool. And then when we put it on the grill, we don't have to really have it on long to cook it because it's already pre-cooked. Because the grill burns, which is something I'm not trying to get rid of because I love that smoky taste. So I just take them like this. I stuck them in a bowl. I put saran wrap over them, stuck them in the microwave, pulled them out, let them rest. After that, I took them to the grill. I did not put any oil on them because they were steamed in the chicken broth. They had moisture sealed inside of them. Also, they already have moisture sealed. That's why it's not really great for freezing because you shred it and then it gets super soggy because they're very moist. However, on the grill, when you first start grilling them, it's going to appear that they are not cooking. They will not start to get dark grill marks until the barrier that it has formed. It's kind of like a seal that it has, that it's just the way the vegetable takes care of itself. That has to break for the moisture to come out. And when that starts to happen, it's not something you can visibly see, but the moisture starts to come out of the zucchini. And at that point, you need to be smelling your grill to make sure, because it will burn very quickly after that point. So I had that, and they came out like this. Super duper tiny, smaller than I wanted. So then I tried a whole one, and it came out like this. Which this is good, but still, you would definitely have to do this as more of a dinner type of thing, you know, lunch, because this is not going to be really easy to pick up and eat. I think it's more fun to have these as an appetizer, have a ton of them since you already have a ton of zucchini, and they are so delicious and it's so easy. So after I did that on the grill, I brought them in, and while they were hot, I took a plate, still no oil. I just took my grilled ones, and I took some sea salt, some fresh ground pepper, and here's the sea salt. And then, obviously, fresh garlic and onion is the best. I am just going to, for the sake that we don't have a kitchen right here, going to use powder. But fresh garlic and onions, chives from your garden, perfect. So, that's the seasoning. That's it. So, like I said, I wanted to make little pizzas. So, just a regular jar of pizza sauce. And I would suggest a smaller spoon, but this is the spoon I have here. So, don't overpower. Just a bit on each one. And I did 3 different styles. I did one with meat. So I took ground beef, a mixture of ground beef, pork, and sausage. Mixture of that, that's what I use for my spaghetti sauce and my chili. And just put a little meat on there. No seasoning on this meat. And I actually did this meat on the grill also in a hamburger patty form and then broke it up so I could have the smoky taste. And then just cheese. So I took that. I am going to add fresh basil towards the end. It tends to turn a dark color. I want it to look fresh for decoration and presentation, and you can always take just a little bite of your basil leaf. You can use your hands and eat it along with it rather than chopping it up and putting in it, because basil is very strong and some people don't like it. So that way you have the decoration and the flavor, and it's totally at a person's choice or desire, however you want to do it. So there's my little meat lovers zucchini pizza app. Then I did one with olives and feta cheese for those who don't eat meat or prefer not to eat meat. And this feta goes very nicely with the zucchini. You can just do grilled zucchini with feta and it's awesome. And then a few sliced olives. I just did pitted black ones. I always have them in my fridge. They last pretty much, not gonna say forever, but I'm quite certain they're gonna last until you eat them. Now, I have feta cheese on that with black olives. Because we are making pizza, I'm making pizza, zucchini pizza. To me, pizza has lots of cheese on it. So even though there's feta with the black olives, that's just a topping as far as I'm concerned. The feta is like a piece of olive or ground beef. I am still piling it with mozzarella because I love cheese. So there's a vegetarian one, and here's a meat one. And then, guys, I've got to tell you something exciting. I had this bright idea. I come up with these often. I decided to make this. You know how they have stuffed crust? Well, this is a stuffed zucchini crust. We consider this our crust. Stuffed with a mozzarella cheese stick. So that's that topping. However, that is not my covering of cheese. I'm putting mozzarella on it too. That's what you call a cheese lovers. Perfect. Done. How do you like that? Now, it gets a little trickier, but not much. I'm going to put these aside. They're a little roly-poly. So, I wanted the grill taste. I have the grill taste. The grill taste is on my zucchini. Perfect. I still want to use my grill. It's hot. I don't want to use my oven. but I need my flavors to blend and I need something to hold them together. Hey, melt the cheese on top. That's why we do it pretty much. So I can either melt in the oven or on the grill. And I really want to do on the grill. So what do? Exactly what Ahnece wants to do. I did it on the grill. And guess what? That's what cooking is all about. Just one moment. I'm going to grab one of my trusty paper towels and wipe this off so I can have a clean countertop to work with. So, I tried taking 2 pieces and putting them on the grill on a piece of aluminum foil. Did this right before I came to work, and this is how it came out. Now, different people had said that I need to show them. So, you know what? I didn't try to make this look presentable. I brought this on the exact piece of aluminum foil I did it on this morning. And as you can see, it has splattered. Now, it's tricky to know how much you want to cook your zucchini. It does have a point where if you leave it 20 seconds longer, you've ruined it. So you have to be careful. I want to give you a little trusty trick with this particular one on the grill, and it also kind of works for the oven also. If you start to smell the cheese burn, it is time to either take a look or just pull it out. Burnt cheese is personally disgusting, and it happens in a moment. It can be totally looking white or plain, and then you can walk away. You can come back in less than 30 seconds and it's burnt. So, for me, I have a good nose, I have a good smeller on me, and as soon as I smell, and that's exactly what happened. I was standing out at the grill, and all of a sudden I'm like, that smells like burnt cheese, and immediately I grabbed it. So mine, the presentation here, it doesn't look super great, but if you're doing it, it's going to come out hot, and it's going to be awesome, and it's going to be delicious, and that's all we really care about. However, if you wanted, you can always do the zucchini ahead of time, get it chilled, get the inside taken out, which I was going to show you how I did that, and put that all in the refrigerator and do it the next day. You can always do that. Also, I wanted to try taking it directly off the grill without the toppings on it, put the toppings on it, and see if it would melt enough to hold together. Didn't work, but it was absolutely delicious. I ate it on my little tiny paper plate while I was doing everything else. So the flavor's there, it's just the presentation is not. So if you don't really want to make a big deal out of this, just throw these on the grill, take them off hot, and then add your ingredients. We all have plates and forks, it'll be just fine. But if you're having a little party and you need to use zucchini, perfect. So that would be the grill. Now, if I had done this like I did do this ahead of time and it looked like this and I still wanted to serve it, I would nuke these real quick in the microwave and then I would drizzle them, and I will show you. After they would come out of the microwave, I have the vegetarian and then meat, ground beef. If I were doing this, then I would just take some extra sauce, put it on a cute little plate for presentation or a platter. Let's do a platter. I have a platter over here. Perfect. So say we were having a big gathering and we had a ton of zucchini to get rid of. Let's fill up a platter. You might not want to mix the veggies with the meat, so you could have 2 different platters. But I would have it all on this platter. Like I said, this would be if I was doing it in advance and they were gonna be cold like this. I would nuke them real quick and then watch. They already have sauce on them, But this is just to liven them up after you did this in advance. So I'm going to try to hold this up. But this whole platter could be decorated with a little sauce, some fresh basil that we have had, and I'm going to show you the ones that I did in the oven. So I did not want to use my oven, but you know, you don't always get to do what you want to. I wanted you guys to please try this because we all have zucchini and some people don't grow. So here is the oven example. And I'm going to move that aside and this a little to my side. And once again, I brought it straight from the oven. I just put it on aluminum foil and put it on a cookie sheet and just kept a good eye on it. So here I have another meat, feta, olive, and a stuffed zucchini crust with extra cheese. It's just fun to use that cheese stick because you can see it with the presentation. So once again, these do not have to be served hot. These things are incredible, hot or cold. So I would add more to my platter. And I would have this, since we have a ton of zucchini, I would have, ooh, my cheese is sticking, which is fine. I love cheese. I would have that whole platter filled. Huge picnic table, huge party inside, put it on the counter. Believe me, I hope you guys do this, and I am actually going to promise you, if you follow a few of the little suggestions, they are gonna go like crazy and people are gonna love them. Adults, kids, everybody. The zucchini is so wonderful right now. You have to have something that adds flavor to it because it's not a super flavorful vegetable, but it's a great base and it's a great filler. You can serve 25, 30 people with, geez, we don't like to get them this big, but grab two of these and you can have a zucchini party, the time of your life. And you've got all the help you needed from your local library. All right, that is all I have. I want to use zucchini and I love pizza. So there is my zucchini pizza recipe. I am here at the library in West Elmira. It is 7 o'clock on Thursday night and the cookbooks are right behind me. And I'm going to grab one real quick and show it to you. I just watch how if I bring myself to this place, all I have to do is walk over to the area that has a 641 on it, and I can come back with an awesome cookbook. Kind of looks like our recipe. This is eggplant. Awesome cookbook. All right, guys, enjoy, try it. Would love to hear feedback. And now I think I might just have a little bit on my own. I will see you all next week, Thursday, 7 o'clock. Have a great night. Thanks.